Welcome to day 17 of 100 days of random acts of kindness. I talked about my friend Tiffany the other day. She did the essential oils, and you can tell I'm still a little bit out of breath. I just came up the stairs, so I probably should have taken a bit of a breather before doing this, but I think this also helps show the garbage that I have to go through. I look very orange in this light, don't I? I have no makeup on at all. I'm not sure what that's about, but my hair kind of looks orange too in here, doesn't it? Anyway, my friend Tiffany is this like wonderfully thoughtful person who is just one of those people who knows what to say when so often, like, I feel like I never know what to say to people. My friend Leah is like that too. Just really informed, educated things that come out of their mouths. And I'm like, shit, how do you know what to say having never been through what I'm experiencing? So Tiff is just really, I don't know, I just think she's really smart and I have a lot of respect for her. And she showed up, I can't even remember when this was. I want to say last summer maybe. And she created Katie's Thank Bank. So it's this box and it has a whole bunch of goodies in it. And these are like my favorite. This is like my favorite kind of thing where just something so creative and thoughtful. And I'll just share what's in it. So she made a mug and wrote my name on it. And then she put a whole bunch of notes inside, and it's just kind of different things. Her little guy Mason drew me a picture. She put, she put a chocolate bar inside. This is Katie and Mason. And so we're just holding hands outside with a tree. I just think that is so sweet. And then she put inside another, I think I showed this one before, but it's Katie and Mason playing Guess Who, because Keith and I got him Guess Who for Christmas, and he has an amazing memory. And then some pictures, which I won't show because I didn't ask if I could show them, but pictures of her family and the kids and her husband, who is also obviously a friend of ours. The two of them are just like this dynamic duo who we just have a lot of respect for and love very much. And then inside are little cards like this. I've never read this one, so I intentionally did that. And I like that it's anything. It's anything from I love you to a memory to something to make me smile. And so sometimes on bad days, I go in here, and she put some blank ones in there too for me to put in my feelings of gratitude or reasons that I have to be thankful, as well as ones that she wrote notes on. So I go in here sometimes on bad days, but sometimes on good days. I kind of thought that I would only need this stuff on bad days, but I find sometimes on good days I need it equally, just to kind of keep that momentum going. And I'm having a good day, and having that kind of reminder that I have that support kind of pushes me even farther into a good day, which is always a good thing. So this one says, having a beautiful home. That is something that Keith and I are exceptionally grateful for. So anyway, just to show you, these are the ones that I've read, so I will put it in here. And then there are this many more that I try not to, it's so tempting to just open them all up and read them all. But I do try to save them for days when I really need them. Keith and I were lucky enough to, I have a mosquito in here because we live not in the country, but not in the city. So we're kind of, and it's mosquito crazy. Anyway, Keith and I bought a home in 2014, our first home, and we were lucky enough to buy it before I was diagnosed with metastatic disease, which was good because we got a mortgage because I was working and all the stuff that you need to buy a house. And we bought a 4-bedroom house, and it's actually a beautiful home that is, how old? 8 years old, I guess. So it was 4 years old when we bought it. We got a really good price on it, and we're in a good area. We're in a good neighborhood. We have great neighbors, and we bought a 4-bedroom home because we had every intention of, oh, you can see the bloody mosquito. We had every intention of having a family. And then when I was diagnosed, it was before we could have any kids anyway. So we have this huge house, and because we got it at such a good price, moving would be really silly, and it'd be handy if we were in a bungalow so that I didn't have stairs to deal with between the broken hip and the shortness of breath. But it doesn't make sense financially for us to move right now. But regardless, we love this house. We have a really, really nice kitchen. And she's right, that is something to be grateful for. And it wasn't part of my 100 days of gratitude. Because sometimes, like, I don't want to give the impression, I know it shouldn't matter, but I don't want to give the impression that things are materialistic or anything like that. But I'm very proud of this home. I'm proud that through stage 2 cancer and me being on and off work for 5 surgeries and just the craziness, like how financially debilitating cancer can be, that we still got into this house. I'm very proud of that. I'm proud of that we're in this beautiful home and that we own it. Like, there is a sense of pride with home ownership, and I just feel like we've had so many setbacks, and that was just a really nice thing to read. And this box, just, again, such a random act of kindness. Like, I didn't know she was doing that. And this is one of those things that I talk about. Like, I never want people to think that, you know, things that mean something to me cost a lot of money. And things that you can do for people who have cancer cost a lot of money. This is a box, and she put a chocolate bar in there and wrote some notes and made a mug. And her little one drew me some pictures. And that means so much to me, and obviously I've still kept it. I love stuff like this. It's in our living room all the time, because I love walking by it and knowing that Tiff spent the time. It means so much to me when people take time, thinking that, you know, sometimes I can get caught up thinking like, not nobody's thinking of me, but it can get so isolating so fast, thinking that I'm doing this by myself. And then when something like this shows up, it's like, oh, for the whole last week, you spent, you know, whatever, a half an hour every day, or 4 hours in one day, or whatever it was. Maybe, I don't know if Tiff came up with this on her own, or went on Pinterest and just looked for something that she could do, and then made all these notes and asked Mason to draw pictures. And like, the amount of thought that went into that means so much to me that it's so overwhelming. And that's what I love about this project so far, is that I just get to relive all of this stuff and share these things with anybody willing to watch me talk about them, because they do make me feel less isolated. And I think these are stellar ideas for people who are trying to find something for somebody they know who are going through cancer, because these mean so much to me. So on to tomorrow. I will talk to you tomorrow on day 18. I cannot believe we're already there. Talk to you soon.